You are listening to the Sinister DreamCast Network.
Hello again, Internet, and welcome back to Scenario Store News. I'm Juliana.
And I'm Keerstan.
How are you, Keerstan?
I'm a lot of salt. How are you?
Yeah.
Like, there's really no other way to describe how I currently am other than salt.
Yeah, this is going to be another week of severely cherry-picking state of things because salt, with a dash of salt.
Right, about that being unable to talk about things coherently.
Yeah, we're angry about a lot of things. This week in particular, the Dakota Access Pipeline, just for the record, that's fucked. Stop. Just stop. Anyway, moving on.
Yes. Before the screaming takes full effect.
Yes, because this is not state of things, and we're not going to elaborate too much into that in state of things, because we're angry. So just in case you were wondering where we stand on that, we stand with Standing Rock. Fuck you.
Right? I don't want to flip this podcasting table, but I might.
Yeah, we would all much prefer it if you didn't, although
Yes.
I can't really say I would blame you.
Right.
So
I don't want to work myself up into that kind of a frenzy.
yeah, but I bet you do want to get on the space elevator that you found.
Oh my god, that's pretty much my exit strategy now. Like, it's not even when I get on the space elevator, it's like when they build the space elevator, how do I get a ticket?
Yes, you found this from Al Jazeera?
Of course, because where else do I get all of my news?
Basically, again, we have like 3 total news sources between the two of us. Mm-hmm. In case you ever wonder where we stand politically.
Right.
They're Al Jazeera, Sean King, and John Oliver.
Pretty much. Yeah, like before podcasting, usually after this podcast, I always go on there just for research because I know I'll be able to find something.
You do find cool stuff on there it's like the Al Jazeera Plus page.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have great stuff. If you'd like some news and it's actual news, go there. And you can also find fun news like the space elevator.
Yes, because also don't forget that in the age that we live in now where fake news kind of sort of really helped get the next Hitler elected. Sources. Watch your sources. We are going to be paying way more attention to sources. We already have started that, but just in general, watch your sources.
Yes. Yeah. So, anywho, space elevator. It is a concept. It's still in the works. But basically what it is it's an inflatable elevator, it's a cylindrical tube that would go up 12 miles from the ground. And the inside is hollow, and it's going to be filled with gas. So that it's not like a completely stable structure. So that way, if there's an earthquake or obviously wind, many things will affect this structure that's that high. So it'll be able to kind of move. It's a Canadian space company. Of
course it is.
Right. They were awarded the patent for the space elevator. It'll reach 12 miles or 20 kilometers above the Earth's surface. And what it's basically designed to do is, instead of launching your spacecraft from the ground to space, you would launch it from the top of this space elevator to space, which is going to make launching more inexpensive, as much as space travel can be. But it'll save money, which, as it seems, technology and anything that would be good for the Earth is probably going to go down from here for a little bit. So if it's a cost-saving measure, it should be pretty good. Yeah, and this, for me, anyway, personally, it seems like it's going to be a better way to have commercial space flight because like I said, it is going to be less expensive to go into space that way. It's 30% cheaper than fuel, than the regular amount of fuel that you would need to have a rocket from the Earth to space.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, plan A.
Right? Basically, that's how I'll get to my space nation, which I've never needed more than right now.
God, right?
There is no release date yet that I can find.
But so, like, this isn't just, like, a concept, like, oh, wouldn't that be neat? That's, like, a thing they're actually, like, it's a concept, like, in design, but it's something they're actually working on. It's not like the Death Coaster.
No, like,
which is just a concept and will probably always just be a concept, which I'm still pissed about, by the way.
No, they have a patent for it. It's a thing that, like, can be built, and they are investigating building it.
Seriously, will somebody please, like, fund the Death Coaster?
Right. Maybe these people will. They seem to have the right idea about things. But
I like the way these people think,
Right, so Way to Space Station seems to be in progress.
Woo!
Right? Give me the space I need off this rock.
Honestly. Let's take Bernie with us.
Yeah. Bernie and Ben and Jerry's can come with.
Oh my god.
Right? That'd be the best trip to space ever.
Yeah, seriously. Again, just throwing that out there. Ben and or Jerry, my mom is waiting for you. Please.
If 2017 can give us anything.
Also, I would also like to just note that Bernie Sanders is literally like the only fucking major politician out there right now who's actually said anything about Standing Rock 2. So,
right.
Yeah. So...
We can't talk about this.
So Bernie can be president of Space Nation.
Oh my god.
And Ben and Jerry's can make all of the ice cream there.
Oh my god. Why are we making it paradise? I mean, I knew
because
it would be paradise.
We need that right now.
But
because we need to live in our little utopian fantasies, please.
Right? So talking about utopian fantasies, this leads into my next thing of interrobang.
Your update?
Yeah. So if you'll recall, we did talk about the fact that they are preparing for the first head transplant.
In case you forgot that we live in the future.
Yeah, the future is now.
And, Keerstan found an update on this, and she was telling me about it, a little bit about it before we started recording, and in case she didn't think that head transplant could sound any more futuristic.
Right?
Oh, no, they went and did that.
Right?
They made it sound more futuristic. Please explain.
Right? Yeah, so just to refresh you on the head transplant, it's going to be done in Italy by an Italian surgeon. And at first when I talked about this, I thought it was just a cool concept. Like, I was like, oh, wow, head transplant, that would be amazing. Like,
yeah, like, isn't that neat that that's, like, maybe
it.
a thing we could do?
Yeah, so apparently they're actually still going forward with it, and one of the things that they're doing to prep for the first head transplant is they're using virtual reality to prepare the patients.
See what I mean?
Yeah. So they're actually having them on the full out virtual reality where they have like the kind of like body I can speak words and stuff and things.
Drink.
They have like a body harness.
Oh.
So that way it mimics them like standing upright and using their limbs. Because again, the person who will be doing this head transplant does not currently have function of their own nervous system, which is why they need the new body.
Yeah.
Science and future. Yeah. So that is one way that they're prepping the patient right now is they're having him use the virtual reality to help him transition into his new full-bodied world, as they said. The system that they're actually using was developed by a healthcare tech company called Inventum Bioengineering Technologies. It uses a physical hoist to hold the patient upright and creates an immersive experience to simulate the sensation of walking and the voluntary use of motor functions, as well as prepare the patient for the distress of seeing themselves on someone else's body. How fucking cool.
Yeah, so the future is awesome, and every baby boomer who says shit about technology, like, I hope your head never needs to be transplanted.
Right?
That's just, like, I can't... Like, these are the times that I say I can't believe the world we live in a positive way, because, like,
right.
Just what the actual fuck? Like, who would have guessed we would live to see something like that happen?
I really, really, really want it to work.
Yeah, I mean, that would not be so great if it didn't, obviously, but, like...
I just feel like the people that are involved in it are brave for trying it.
Yeah, and, like, just... I mean, yeah, and if it does work, which, obviously really hope it does, all of the well wishes to everybody involved in this. Yeah, future.
Right?
It's the fucking future.
They can start doing them on Space Nation.
We still haven't figured out what planet we're gonna be colonizing.
I thought we were just gonna live on Space Nation.
Well, because remember, Space Nation wasn't actually a physical place. We were gonna have to make it one.
Oh, I thought it was, like, going to end up being like the International Space Station, but bigger.
I think maybe that's what we decided we were gonna do. Maybe that's just it. We'll just live in, like, some vessel.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Off this rock.
Yeah. I'm good with that. Whatever works.
Yes.
Just need to, do something about, like, the gravity, because I already know I will not do well in a zero gravity situation. My motion sickness is real, so.
That's a good point.
It's so sad that I could never, ever be an astronaut. Ever. Like, not only do I suck at math, but I could not physically handle it. That was a very disappointing realization as a child. I had that realization before I had the math realization. I was just like, yeah, you could, like, totally never be an astronaut, right? Well, that blows.
No.
So, another one, another good one you found has to do with one that, contributes to Interrobang regularly, and that is Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
seem to end up in this segment a lot.
Holiday thing, which every year never fails to disappoint.
We're digging a hole.
Never fails to not disappoint. I'm really bad with words tonight, guys.
Just keep drinking, it's okay.
That's all I do. That's probably why I'm having trouble with the words and the stuff.
Although you are currently drinking a goddamn pumpkin spice latte out of a mug that says I can't even, so...
Obviously I'm a mess, you're right.
Hole got dug, apparently.
Yes. Yeah. So this year for Cards Against Humanity, the holidays are here and everything in America is going really well. To celebrate Black Friday, Cards Against Humanity is digging a tremendous hole in the earth. As long as the money keeps coming in, we'll keep digging.
I am looking at the FAQs right now, and they are beautiful. What's happening here? Cards Against Humanity is digging a holiday hole. Is this real? Unfortunately, it is. Where is the hole? America. And in our hearts. Is there some sort of deeper meaning or purpose to the hole? No. What do I get for contributing money to the hole? A deeper hole. What else are you gonna buy, an iPod? Why aren't you giving all this money to charity? Why aren't you giving all this money to charity? It's your money. Is the hole bad for the environment? No, it's just a bunch of empty land. Now, there's a hole there. That's life. How am I supposed to feel about this? You're supposed to think it's funny. You might not get it for a while, but sometime next year you'll chuckle quietly to yourself and remember all this business about the hole. How deep can you make this sucker? Good question. As long as you keep spending, we'll keep digging. We'll find out together how deep this thing goes. What if you dig so hot that you hit hot magma? At least then we'd feel something.
Oh, Cards Against Humanity.
And I love that they do shit like this all the time. We're like, there's no actual purpose to this at all. They don't fuck around on that. Like, they are very clear. Like, no, we're just digging a hole. Like, you're just paying us to keep digging a hole. Like, don't think that there's anything profound about this. No, we're just gonna keep digging as long as you send us money. And they do.
Right. They raised $100,573.
The top donor donated $1,750. So, yeah, people will just give Cards Against Humanity money to do anything, and they know this.
Right?
So, yes, this was to
do.
celebrate Black Friday.
Yes.
Yes,
This was their Black Friday deal.
Their Black Friday deals are always gold because they never make any sense. And people still throw money at them for it. America and our hearts.
Right? I like that at least we'd feel something. Same. Cards Against Humanity, same.
Right? Hashtag GPOY.
Right?
Well, so that then takes us into fangirling. So, Anne Rice. is trying to be relevant again.
Right? She really tries very hard to do so.
She does. Every once in a while. Usually it's just kind of like you don't hear from her for like a million years. And then it's, boom, apparently she has the rights to the Vampire Chronicles back, which I didn't know she didn't even... I never even knew she didn't have them to start with.
It was when the rumored see what I mean about the words and the stuff? My God. When the rumored Vampire Lestat movie, or reboot of Interview with the Vampire was going to come out, she was working with them.
I totally forgot that.
Apparently now that has been canceled. Because this has replaced it. Yeah, she is going to have a Vampire Chronicles... Oh God, I can't even... Whoa.
Miniseries?
So many words, yes.
Or like a TV show, like Game of Thrones style.
Yeah, she wants it to be Game of Thrones style TV show. Yeah, so there's not going to be an Interview with a Vampire movie reboot.
Which is probably for the best.
But the better thing-ish is they are going to develop that for TV. Her son, Christopher Rice, and herself are going to be developing the script, which I think is interesting. Especially because I think, hasn't she said in the past, like, she wishes that there were edits that she could make?
I feel like she probably has.
Yeah. Yeah, she says that they will likely begin with the Vampire Lestat and move on from there.
So we're just going to skip Interview. Yeah. I mean, though, I guess
if she's going to go in chronological order, maybe?
That's true, because, yeah, the events of the Vampire Lestat largely predate the events of Interview with the Vampire, and there's overlap as well. Like, basically, like, anything that doesn't come before is overlap.
Yeah. So I'm wondering
it's just two different
now.
Perspectives.
Yeah.
Or is she just going to go straight from Lestat's perspective?
I think she's probably going to go from Lestat's perspective because I do still follow her on Facebook, and she has been really about Lestat lately.
I mean, she always has been.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Lestat is her baby.
Yeah, like, even though Interview with the Vampire was the first book, and that was from Louis' perspective... Like, yeah, I was actually just going to phrase it that exact way. Lestat is her baby. He always has been.
Yeah.
So if she were gonna... Honestly, she would retcon that entire fucking series to be able to do everything from Lestat's point of view if she had to. Which, fortunately, she doesn't have to. But some of the later books, though, where Lestat is far less involved. But then, like, she kind of just ham-fists him in there.
Yeah.
Like in the last few books, which I was very disappointed when I learned that those were the last of the books because they don't feel like Vampire Chronicles books at all. Except for the fact that Lestat is really badly ham-fisted in there. It's like, what the fuck is he doing here? You just wanted him here. There's no actual reason for him to be here. This doesn't make any sense. You just wanted him here.
Right? So I'm wondering now if this series will be, Vampire Lestat, Interview with a Vampire.
Give us a better adaptation of Queen of the Damned, god damn it.
Right? Maybe even Tale of the Body Thief. I think that would make for a very interesting anything. Because I think it's a pretty interesting story. Same with Memnock the Devil. I think they're both pretty interesting. So
my god, I'm totally... Is Memnock the Devil the one with Veronica's veil?
I think so.
Oh god.
That's where everything gets kind of like, what are you?
Yeah, because I think...
What is this?
Because, I think Tale of the Body Thief was the 4th book.
Yeah.
And I think Memnock the Devil was the 5th book. I think that's the one with Veronica's veil. And I think that's where Lestat kind of starts, like, after that one, he kind of starts dropping out of it.
Yeah, and she pulls away from him.
Yeah, oh god. There was one that was mostly about Armand.
There was the Vampire Armand.
I was going to say, is it just called the Vampire Armand?
It's just called the Vampire Armand. That would be the one about Armand.
Yeah, because she's...
Which, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind
she's
seeing
great
that
with the
either.
titles.
Because Armand is great.
I love Armand. I love Armand so much.
And he
was always
so much better than the friggin' Queen of the Damned, which...
Oh, yeah, fuck you for that. Like, whoever was in charge of that movie at all, just a big ball of fuck you.
Seriously.
Like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. That's the worst adaptation I've ever seen.
The only things that were good about that movie were Akasha, because Aaliyah is amazing, and the soundtrack. The end.
Yeah, actually, I saw it, somebody a Facebook friend was watching it the other day, and I can't remember who it was for the life of me, and I know I'm gonna kick myself later because I'm gonna remember, but like they were watching, they posted that they were watching Queen of the Damned and refer to it as the longest music video. Like, that's it. That's what that movie is. That's exactly it. I loved the fuck out of that soundtrack. I wanted to like that movie because that was my favorite book of the series.
It's so good.
And I've even said, too, that, like, if you were just to pick one, like, just to be like, I don't want to read through all of these, I just want to know what the fuck this is about, that would be the one to pick. Because
it really explains everything. Like, it gives you the origin story of where the vampires come from. It gives you kind of insights into Lestat being himself.
Yeah, and it has all of the elements that you need, except for the movie. Like, is Marius even in the movie? Because Armand, like, doesn't really count as being in the movie.
I think he is. He is. But for, like, 10 seconds.
So the same way Armand is.
Yeah, it's like, literally, they're on the beach. No more.
Yeah, because Marius and Armand were both very important. Fuck,
Yeah.
Daniel! Was Daniel in the movie?
For, like, again, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But it was mostly just about Jesse.
Yeah, because Daniel is the interviewer.
Right?
From Interview with the Vampire, and he shows up a lot in Queen of the Damned.
Yeah,
and,
like,
I remember really liking Jessie, and she still was, like, the main character in the book.
Yeah.
But she wasn't the only, like, it wasn't, like, the Jessie show with, like, a few random people in the background. Like, everybody else was still really important and played very pivotal roles. And then, Maharit had a twin.
Right?
Which
who
was the actually...
coolest story ever!
Yeah, and... Yeah, it wasn't Maharit who became the Queen of the Damned. It was her fucking twin that was completely left out of the movie. And I loved them both so much.
Yeah, they need to redo that. That whole entire book could be a season of a mini-series in and of itself.
Yeah, it could. Every once in a while I remember those books and how much we loved them, and I think about rereading them. They might even be in that box of books downstairs that you brought. They actually probably are. But, like, I know they're not going to hold up to what they were when we were in high school. Right. So, like, I'm afraid to. Like, I want to, because I want to know how well they hold up, but I know they're not going to totally hold up. Like, I already know. Maybe I'll just reread Queen of the Damned and call it a day.
Right? Just that one and that one alone.
I mean, like I said, it always was my favorite, and, like, it's not even just because, like, it was the best. It was because it was probably just the most important.
But, yeah, so she's going to proceed with this miniseries. I like that she keeps referencing Game of Thrones because I'm hoping that means that's like the level of seriousness that she's going to take with it, that it's not going to be like flippant and just like here's Lestat, isn't he pretty? Look at him kill people.
Like
yay,
that
Lestat.
level of like epic proportion.
Yeah,
like
because I was kind of afraid since Lestat is her baby that it was going to be like, look at Lestat, isn't he great? Like,
I mean, I'm sure it will also be that.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Right, but I mean, like, even if you do have a miniseries that was about Lestat, you couldn't not have Lestat act that way in it. Because that's how Lestat is.
Yeah, like, there is... Like, he literally, at one point in the books, uses Pshaw.
Yeah.
Like, he actually says that. Like, Lestat's a bitch.
He is.
Like, we know this.
Yeah. So I am kind of excited about this. Like, we were talking about it before the podcast, that it's either going to be amazing or horrible.
There's probably no room at all for middle ground here. Like, it's either going to be like, oh, holy shit, like, this is, like, really great, like, nostalgia-wise, and also just really good, or it's going to be, like, my entire, like, life of Vampire Chronicles fandom is ruined.
Right. Yeah. So, hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. I'm interested to see what words.
What channel?
Yeah, that's the word. What channel it's actually going to be on, like,
or like maybe like Netflix original,
right?
Or...
Like, I'm kind of hoping maybe either Netflix original or like
HBO,
Stars, or HBO, or Showtime even. Since Showtime did just drop Penny Dreadful, they might not want to pick up anything like that. And I feel like HBO is throwing all their money into Westworld at the moment. So interesting to see like where it will go and what will happen with it.
Or if it's good, HBO can be like, oh yeah, we totally dropped the ball at the end of True Blood, so let's like get a fresh, like, palate cleanser of vampireness.
Right? This is our first vampire show ever. We said first. But then again, I'm also worried, like, what if they try and put it on, like, ABC or something?
Oh no. No,
like,
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
it
no,
can
no, no.
function.
No, that would be the worst thing. Like, I don't think I would even bother in that case, because there's no way.
It couldn't function that way.
Like, for as hard as it was to do Constantine on NBC, no.
Yeah.
No. And if they tried that too, it wouldn't get ratings. Like, it just wouldn't.
It could go to maybe FX. Because FX, at least for American Horror Story, it does draw that line of,
okay.
oh wow, they have this on TV, on regular TV? Ooh, it's pushing the envelope. So, I mean, obviously I would rather have no envelope needed to be pushed, because I would rather have it on, like, HBO or whatever.
Yeah.
Because then it would just do whatever it wanted.
Yeah, which I feel like it kind of has to. Especially because, like, you know, that whole, like, over-sexualized vampires thing? Yeah, guess who started that shit?
Right?
Except that the vampires can't actually have sex, but...
FX doesn't actually have to hold by any kind of censorship. Any cable does not have to hold by censorship. They're not run by the FCC like network television is. The only reason why they hold to it is because of advertisers. So if FX is willing to find advertisers, or if they find a way to pay for it, they can show whatever the fuck they want on cable.
Nice.
The more you know.
So...
Yeah. I wonder if she'll fuck with that. At the fact that, like, you know, she did, like, super over-sexualized vampires, but made it so they can't actually have sex. I wonder if she'll fuck around with that. I guess depending on what channel.
Right, and that's what I'm wondering, too, because of her, like, not necessarily newfound religion at this point, but...
Yeah, it's been a while at this point, but, like, I feel like in our world it still feels new.
Right, because well, at least I read the Sleeping Beauty Chronicles, and it's kind of like,
I couldn't get through that.
How do you write that, and then this? Brain can't function, can't process. No.
Anne Rice is an interesting human
She
being,
is.
and I don't
She is
necessarily mean that as a compliment. But...
Yeah. So I'm very intrigued to see how this goes. Like, I think that's the best word I can use for it, is I am very intrigued to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm interested. That's for damn sure. I am interested. I will definitely, you know, suggesting that it is on a channel that can actually handle it.
Right.
I will definitely give it a shot. We'll see from there. Well, we'll have to keep you guys updated once this thing is a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Black Panther news.
Yes. Angela Bassett is signed on for the Black Panther movie, which only makes it better, and it was already fantastic. So I'm so excited.
Oh, did you see the pictures of John Boyega on the set of Pacific Rim 2?
He
Like,
looks so
he's just
handsome.
sitting there. Like, he's just standing there. He's not even really doing anything. Like, you can't even really see the set at all. And I'm still just like, look what
His hair looks amazing.
It does, though.
I'm like...
Just John Boyega. Like, I don't need context.
No.
Just John Boyega.
Right?
I love him so much.
So basically, at least there's good movies coming at our faces soon. And we'll be full of good people who act real well.
So, on that note, I did see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Okay, so, first of all, Keerstan had actually reblogged a post on Tumblr about there being trigger warnings for it, but it was like such a long post that it was behind a cut and I never read the whole thing, and oh boy, how I wish I had done that before I went and saw it. Yeah, if you listen to the Insert Movie Reference Here podcast, I know that Joe made a comment about like there being an like undertone of an abuse storyline. And I can totally, like, I can be, like, objective and understand how it would seem as, like, a not so bad just undertone of an abuse storyline to someone who hasn't been through an abusive situation. Which is really interesting because, like, it captures it really, really well that, like, I can totally see how it doesn't look that bad if you don't have experience with it. Like, you know, most real-life abusive situations don't actually look that bad unless you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
If you have been in it, though, oh, holy shit, that is not subtle, that is not an undertone, oh my god, that hurt. Oh, yeah. Like, be warned. Ezra Miller, though, holy shit, somebody just, like, smother him in awards for that performance. He was amazing. He was unbelievably amazing. Like, I just... Whew.
Wow.
Yeah. I cannot praise Ezra Miller's performance in Fantastic Beasts enough. I still really wish it had been Matt Smith as Newt Scamander.
Yeah.
Especially, like, some of the scenes, I'm like, I feel like it's so Matt Smith-like that it's almost like, are you sure this is Eddie Redmayne?
Sure it's not him acting as Eddie Redmayne,
like,
acting as this character?
Yeah, because, like, there's one scene where, like, he's, you know, trying to trap one of the beasts that, like, he has that, like, got loose, and, like, he's doing, like, a mating dance to try to, like, lure it. And, like, the whole time I'm watching this, I'm just like, oh my god, it's Matt Smith. Like, this is so, like, he would have been so perfect for this. And, like, did Eddie Redmayne just, like, watch a bunch of 11 to, like, prep for this role? Because I'm just watching Matt Smith right now. I'm watching Eddie Redmayne as Matt Smith as Newt Scamander. Like, that's what's happening. I didn't expect to like it nearly as much as I did. I definitely still understand a lot of the criticisms. Like, even though, like, the fact that, like, this is New York City during, like, the height of the Harlem Renaissance, the backdrop is very, very white. I know that was, like, a big criticism of it, and, like, yeah. I was surprised to see, though, that the president of the United States Magical Congress, because obviously we're not going to have a Ministry of Magic, we have a Magical Congress, was a black woman. So that was nice. And I am very, very firmly 100% certain that this was in no way intentional, but Newt Scamander is, like, the best example of an autistic character I've ever seen. Like, not good with other people and didn't do well in school, but, like, special interests, like, knows everything there is to know about the things that he cares about. Very, very highly empathic, but super hyper-focused about it. Like, just, there's so many little things. I'm just like, oh my god, he's so autistic. I love it so much.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more of that on Tumblr.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too much of, like, a breakdown of it, though, so maybe people are just, like, waiting until more people see it, so, like, no spoilers whatsoever get out.
Yeah, I actually haven't really seen much about it either. Yeah. I think this is actually one that a lot of people just aren't seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I've kind of gotten that impression, because a lot of people are just sick of J.K. Rowling shit. Which I totally understand.
Right.
But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure she's been in an abusive relationship. Which then, because, like, just, it's written, like, the way that it's portrayed, it's like, it would be hard to believe that somebody who hasn't been abused didn't at least have input in the way it's portrayed.
Wow.
Yeah, so, like, it's just, whew. Yeah, it's rough. It's really, really rough. Like, I still thought it was a good movie, for sure. Like, I actually really liked it, but yeah, keep that in mind. If that is a trigger, yeah, keep that in mind.
Good to know.
Also then, you know, moving back to things we'd like to see on Netflix. Here's the thing that's actually coming to Netflix. Yes. It is a movie about the life of young Barack Obama. It's called Barry. And, yeah, really, like, that's kind of all I know about it at this point, is that this is a thing that is going to exist.
Yeah. Basically, I know that they've had some previews of it, but they're pretty basic. They're just...
December 16th.
Yeah.
There is a trailer for it.
Yeah, I watched it. It's not... I mean, I if you know anything about Barack Obama, then you probably know a little bit about his life, and that's pretty much what they show. They, at least in the trailer, they show a lot of college-age Barack Obama. So I don't know if the movie, I am assuming it's going to delve more deeply into his whole life before becoming president. So
yeah, I mean, it just says young Barack Obama in the thing that I found. So I don't know how far that will span.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to watch the hell out of it. Very excited to see it.
And that leads us into State of Things. Yeah, so, okay, first order of business, this is just a quick one. There is now a Chrome extension that will change the words alt-right to white supremacy. And I just am now going to state for the record that, like, I only just started using the term alt-right because I only very recently learned it because it is fairly new to the vernacular. I'm going to stop using the term alt-right because it's normalizing white supremacy. They're neo-Nazis. That's what they are. Let's call them what they are.
Seriously.
So, yeah. So just putting that out there. Yeah, let's not try to make the neo-Nazis sound nicer. They're neo-Nazis. They're awful. They are white nationalists. They are dicks. No.
Yeah. If you want to know what alt-right means, go Google neo-Nazis or white supremacy, and you'll find your answer.
Yeah.
It'll save you some time.
Yeah. What is the alt-right? They're literally Nazis.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're
Remember
neo-Nazis.
those
That's
Nazis that were over in, like, Germany where they, like, killed bunches of people? And then, like, their ideology kind of came over here and everyone was like, oh, yeah, white people.
Yeah, it's not like they're like neo-Nazis except for this thing, or they're, neo-Nazis with or without. No, they're neo-Nazis straight across. It's just another term for neo-Nazis, so you don't have to say neo-Nazi so they sound nicer.
Right.
So yeah, let's just call it as we see it. They're literally neo-Nazis. That's all it is. It's just a synonym for neo-Nazi that's meant to make them sound better.
Yeah.
So let's not do that.
No.
So you want to talk about that ornament?
Please. Yeah. So in happier news, there is a Christmas ornament that you can buy this year. And it is a red hat that says "Make America Great Again." I believe it is going for $250, I believe, on Amazon.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But my phone doesn't work because I was supposed to get a new one for Black Friday. But the world is against me because 2016 is the worst.
It really is, though.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to be over, except that I'm really scared of what that might mean.
Right, I actually saw something today that said, don't give it that power, because it'll sense you're giving up and it will strike.
Yeah, I like the one I saw today that was like, stop saying that 2016 is the worst year ever because this year is sentient and it is malicious.
Right.
And it still has however many days left to fuck with us.
I believe it's like 48 roughly.
I think that was it, yeah.
Anywho.
Not that we're keeping track.
Yeah, not that we have a tally board at all. But yeah, so on Amazon you can buy a Make America Great Again red cat collectible ornament. Currently it's selling for $209.99. Yeah, it is made of brass and finished with 14 karat gold, and this ornament is sure to make any tree stand out. Where it gets good, though, is the reviews and the questions.
One of those.
Yeah, such as, what size is this ornament? What are the dimensions? Answer, for small hands only. Will this ornament keep all of its holiday promises? It's already backing off jailing elf on a shelf. Is it really made in China? Of course, like most things bearing the Trump name, in order to spend less money and increase revenue, it's made in China. Where is this manufactured? Dumb guy, China. It has 1.4 stars out of 5. Some of the top reviews are, not happy. After buying the ornament and placing it on my tree, Mexico has refused to pay for it. Let me find a couple other good ones. Let's see.
Is this on Amazon?
Yes.
Good. Because, yeah, Amazon, I love those products, and it's like, why the fuck does this exist? Oh, it's so that people could review it.
Right? I like this one, too. It's a huge ornament. Despite ordering a more reasonable ornament, this one arrived. It is huge. It's absolutely huge. It's the biggest ornament. Huge. I hang it on my tree, but it is so huge that it totally unbalanced my whole tree. No matter where I hang it, the tree leans way over to the far right.
I'm assuming it's huge with a Y.
Huge.
Yeah.
Purchased this from my friend Vladimir in Russia. He says very nice things about me, but we've never met. Goes great with small hands. This ornament was left on my doorstep along with a flaming bag of dog shit. Someone's idea of a joke. The ornament broke, and as it is very fragile and thin-skinned. I'm a little bit disappointed with it, really. It promised a lot, so I ordered it. There was just something missing. I couldn't place it. Just out of curiosity, I put it on my Charlie Chaplin bobblehead, and it doesn't look like my grandparent. It still doesn't look like it, but my grandparents swear it's amazing. They said there's something familiar about it, but I don't see it. Best ornament ever. Let's see. I am returning this cap because I ordered a blue pantsuit. My order must have gotten mixed up somewhere over in Middle America.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one just kind of hurts right now. Especially, have you seen the updates on, just how badly she destroyed him in the popular vote?
We can't talk about these things.
Yeah, that's
this one. I'll end with this one. On the bright side, the cats don't climb the tree anymore.
Oh. Good kitty.
I didn't order this ornament, and I'm not sure how it... Oh, that's what the... When I looked up the tracking number, I found that somehow Russia was involved in getting it here. Anyway, I used to have a real problem with my cats climbing the Christmas tree. But after one night with this ornament, they don't climb the tree anymore. It's almost as if they're afraid it's going to grab them if they come near.
Oh!
Thank you, Amazon. Thank you.
Well done. Well done. Okay, so, speaking of all of that.
Right.
So, a legislator in Erie County, New York, has achieved the ultimate, most beautiful level of petty I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Everybody else can go home. You will never be as petty as this, and it will never be as glorious.
Right? Are they hiring for, internships? Because, this is my level of petty.
Yeah. But it's also, pettiness for, an actual really good cause.
It's beautiful pettiness. Yeah. Beautiful.
They are introducing a local law to ban the practice of conversion therapy. They're calling it Prevention of Emotional Neglect and Childhood Endangerment, PENCE. Slow clap.
They win all the things.
It's...
What are they running for in 2020? Really? Can I start campaigning now?
Honestly, it's this is the world that we live in, that it's oh, that's really cute of you to, burn our vice president-elect by making a law that shouldn't have to exist in the first place and poking fun at him by making it his name. Mm-hmm. That's the world that we live in. Yep. But you know what? Fuck it. That's awesome, dude.
Right?
I pulled up an article and I can't find this guy's name or anything. Whoever is in charge of this, just go you, bro. Mm-hmm. That's just I just can't. Just that's a mic drop.
Right? Perfect.
Yeah. You know who also wins at life? Mm-hmm. Ben and Jerry.
Yes.
As we, already kind of mentioned.
Yeah, this podcast definitely runs on Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah. They actually win twice this week.
Yes.
I mean, they win at all times in all things.
Yes.
But, so first of all, I would highly recommend just going onto YouTube, and it's a European Ben and Jerry's commercial, but it's still them. It's called One Sweet World, and, yeah, so if you want to cry over an ice cream commercial, then go ahead and look this up, because you will.
Yep.
I'm not even going to ruin it for you. Just do it.
Right?
Just
Basically,
look it up.
it's Ben and Jerry's. It's coming from us. Trust this.
Yeah. Also, their Stand with Standing Rock concert that, like, they're putting on, has sold out. That's actually, it looks like the concert's happening, like, now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, looking at the lineup, not really interested, but...
Yeah, right? I probably, if I had the ability to go, I would go anyway, just so that way I could toss my money.
Right?
For this worthy
Can I just
cause.
buy a ticket that's sold out anyway? I have no desire to go.
Yeah. Which I mean...
Sorry, I'm not a big fan of Dave Matthews,
Right.
or a fan of Dave Matthews at all.
Right.
But, don't care, because good cause, because
Right.
that's what Ben and Jerry's does. That's what Ben and Jerry do. They are just such good people. Seriously, call my mom.
Right? Please. Yeah.
Either of you, both of you, it doesn't really matter.
Right. And especially at this time, like, Standing Rock needs all of the money and all of the support ever.
Yeah. Again, we can't.
We can't talk about it.
We can't.
Yeah,
It's-
like, I physically can't. I just...
Except that a nice little thing for Thanksgiving that I saw was that Jane Fonda served Thanksgiving dinner at Standing Rock. Like,
Yes.
that's awesome. So yeah, just gonna
Right.
go on to that because
That, and if you can help support Standing Rock, do so.
yeah,
Now.
in any way, because I just, if you don't already know how fucked up this is, then just please Google it, because we can't get into it.
No, we can't. I can't form coherent sentences about it without screaming.
Yeah, we've, over the past, God, how long have we been doing this podcast now? But for, a good portion of time now, we've been making a very strong effort to not scream as much as we did in the beginning. So we're not going to get into it.
Nope.
Cool thing, though, that Nick sent us, a bunch of fans held a thank you Uncle Joe rally for our dear Uncle Joe
Right.
Biden. And it was the cutest thing. It was the cutest thing. I just love that it was thank you Uncle Joe. Like, people were chanting Uncle Joe.
Right.
Uncle Joe. Like, I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, that needs to be a thing that happens more.
Yes, please, where he's actually there. Some great quips, or some of the. I think my favorite thing that he said was, "There's still a lot more that has to be done. We got to give this other administration a chance to." No, we don't.
Right.
This is the way democracy works. But I tell you what, we will have ice cream together. And by the way, I'm not going anywhere. I'll no longer be vice president, but I'm going to stay involved in the things I've always been involved in. In which people were then, shouting back at him, "Stay with us!"
Right?
Like,
Don't leave us! Please
yeah.
come back!
Seriously, fuck that whole give this administration a chance thing. I just can't with that either.
Right.
But then that leads us into this week's installment of What Do You Know, Joe? Because we still need this.
Yes.
So, you start, Keerstan.
Alright, trying to pick my favorite one.
Yeah, I actually had to take some from Kirsten's Joe Biden meme cache this week.
Yeah, I still have,
It's
good. Look at this, okay?
Oh my god, she has so many.
I do. I still have a good, 25. We could do this for a very long time.
Good, because we might need to, even though they seem to be, slowly fading out on the internet, which is sad, because it's no, we still need this. We still need this.
Right? I still really need
Please
this.
send help in the form of Joe Biden memes.
Yes. Yeah. It's pretty much the only thing that makes me feel a little bit better. A little teeny tiny bit better.
I mean, we do. That's kind of just the people that we have become in the time that we live in is, please help me memes.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
so this is just another, just the memes will help. The memes will, tuck me in and sing me to sleep.
Right? Alright. So for my first one, it is Obama. What book did you give Trump? Biden. How to be the U.S. President for Dummies. Joe? It was the Spanish edition.
Nice. So I think first I'm going to go with Obama. Where's Air Force 2? I didn't see it when I landed at Joint Base Andrews. Biden. Oh, I'm having it repainted as a surprise for Mike Pence. Obama. Blue and white like before, right? Biden. Nope. Rainbow colored for that homophobic prick. Obama. Savage.
Yes. I like it because it's basically I get double memes this week because I sent them all to you. So it's just all of my faves.
That is true. Literally all of What Do You Know, Joe this week has been found by Keerstan. So.
Yes. So I'm going to use another one of my favorite ones. Obama, did you replace all the toiletries with travel-sized bottles? Biden, he's got tiny hands, Barack. I want him to feel welcome here.
Alright, so then I'm going to go with, Biden, I found it. Obama, what is this, Joe? Biden, the receipt for the Louisiana Purchase. Obama, Joe, you can't, Biden. I'm going to return it. Yes, that's a yes.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Right? Ugh. God, I love them all. There's just so many that are just so good. It's so hard.
Although if we do return the Louisiana Purchase, then where's Hall and Rice's stuff going to take place?
Right? We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Anyway. My next one for this week is Biden. I got his email password. Obama. Look, you can't use the NSA. Biden. I signed him up for Grindr.
And then this is my favorite one of the week. I'm very glad you chose to send this one to me. Biden. You know he needs an official government phone, right? I'm gonna give him a Note 7. Obama. But Joe, don't those... Exactly. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then, of course, we still crave that meme rule in a general sense. Mm-hmm. So what's your meme, Keerstan?
Mine is finally on a non-political related note.
Ooh.
I know, I'm trying my hardest here. Really hard.
It's really hard.
It is really hard.
But that's why we need the memes. Exactly.
They're getting me through that and the Ben & Jerry's. This is from I Am Not Sebastian Stan on Tumblr. It goes, before I make any decision, I ask myself, would Steve Rogers give me the eyebrows of disappointment for this? Aww. And if the answer is yes, I absolutely don't do it. Aww. And you know what I mean.
Alright, mine is, I've been trying not to use BioWare-related things for memes. Been trying to keep all of that salt on Black Emporium, but it's about Mass Effect, goddammit. So, it's originally from Tumblr user Rothelwriter. And it's just an image of the BioWare logo that just says, when you fuck up the ending so bad, you have to move to another galaxy just to avoid it, which is, of course, referring to the upcoming Mass Effect Andromeda, which takes place, I think a few hundred years and in a different galaxy from the original Mass Effect trilogy, and has, absolutely nothing to do with the original trilogy. None of, it doesn't, you don't even have to, input what you did in the trilogy because it doesn't matter.
Wow.
It's that, divorced from the original trilogy. So, which is, yeah. Mass Effect 3 is actually my favorite of the trilogy. But that ending is abysmal. That ending is I'm still trying to figure out how to rewrite it in my head. I've been trying to figure this out for a while. Because it's bad. It's real bad. It's really bad.
It is really bad.
There are people out there who don't hate it. Those people do exist. I have spoken to them. But they're rare. I love that game. I do. I really, really love that game. But that ending can just... They really BioWare'd that ending.
That's a good verb. I like it. I know what you're talking about. Yep. I get that reference.
All right, that's well played. That's a good place to end.
Yeah.
So, this has been another episode of Scenario Store News. This whole network, by the way, has a Patreon. If you ever wanted to go and, check that out and maybe throw us a few dollars here and there if you could. It's patreon.com/SDCN as in Sinister Dreamcast Network. If you want to go check that out. We do have incentives. We're not just asking for free money. We love making these podcasts, but we do it because we love to do it. We do it because we love you guys. But we also do pay out of pocket every single month for each individual podcast to make these happen. And we're poor millennials, so patreon.com/SDCN. If you can help us out at all, that would be really super awesome. Also, if you want to help, and you're listening to this on iTunes, if you'd like to rate and or review us, that would, help with numbers and getting us, maybe featured on like a main page. Like that would be really, really helpful as well. And then while you're there, you can go to that little search bar in the top right-hand corner and type in Sinister Dreamcast Network, and you will find all of the wonderful things that lie therein. Every Monday is Pappy and This Is a Warm Gun. Every Tuesday, Toxic Volume. Every Wednesday, oh hi there, it's us. Every Thursday is the Insert Movie Reference Here podcast, and every Friday is the original flagship Sinister Dreamcast, not to mention. Every third Saturday-ish of the month is our spin-off where we do put that BioWare salt, Black Emporium News, which is this level of salty ranting, but about Dragon Age specifically. So this has been another episode of Scenario Store News. I am Juliana, becauseanders.tumblr.com.
And I'm Keerstan. You can find me at kayth1.tumblr.com.
All on Z.
Geronimo.
You have been listening to the Sinister Dreamcast Network. For more from Sinister Dream Productions, check out www.sinisterdream.com.